Hey, and welcome to another arena run, which might be the last one we actually play in this format. So, we got pincer maneuver, we got the fruits, and we got tactical decision. Let's go tactical. It seems like it's good enough here. A pretty easy in any case start. It is, as it is the most points you can pick up right off. Vigo, just to back that up, right now I'm just looking for, what provides us some really good points overall, and then later on we will look for synergies. And not a bad start in terms of goals. Chiron Axe and the Yennefer kind of bad. The Plague Maiden is unfortunately the play here. Not really what I want, but I'll grab it. Redanian Knight, really good synergy with Vigo, so we'll pick that up pretty easily. I think here I want to pick up the Dryad over the Rot Tosser just because it's targeted poison, with Rot Tosser can be disturbed. So I do feel like that's pretty decent. One Brewess with our Plague Maiden on board seems like a very good pickup here. That's gonna be quite a huge Brewers to have. I'm thinking here the Vrya Dragoon movement can just be a pretty decent control option, so I like that. Here the Cleric seems like the best out of all of them, so we'll pick that up. LEAs, I've been finding this card is actually pretty decent arena, and I think I haven't utilized it enough in the past. Maybe I've been afraid to pick it up, but after playing with it a few times, I do like this quite a lot, especially now that we can synergize this with the Brewess and the Plague Maiden, and you can take one of those 1/1s out. The Ethereal as well, really good synergy with the Plague Maiden and the Brewess combo. So I think we're gonna pick this up, like right off the bat. It's pretty strong, and I see no reason to grab that. Another Thrive unit, can't say no to that. This is nice, but we might see our board get a little too crowded, and just because of that, it is a little tricky to just pick it up. Zoltan Scoundrel also here. We have synergy to make this really pop off. So just because of that, we're gonna pick that up. I'll take the engine here. Gigny doesn't seem that bad. Let's grab some toll removal. Okay, unfortunately here we're not devoted, so this is one of those really good devoted bronze cards, but since we're not devoted, we'll pick up the Alp. We'll pick up another engine. This is kind of crap. I think the Traveling Merchant is just good for consistency's sake, so let's grab that. The Ancient Foglet synergizes with the LEA, so we could just have these two, and that's quite a nice set of points. And because of that, I'm actually tempted to quite pick it here. So let's try this. Why not? I don't mind the Defender. Defenders are always great, but looking at our deck and what it is, let's pick up a backup and use the gun instead of just so that we have something we can just point slam in case we need to. Getting another consume is pretty great, so that we don't have to rely just on Brewers in hand. Morin just for the lock. Fantastic card. We don't have any spenders. A Purify is always good to have, I believe, but a Treason is just really cool removal. So unfortunately, didn't get to draw draw a second poison. So the Dryad is kind of a dead card. We don't have that many spells. Do we even have spells at all? We have one spell. That's funny. So the Watchmen will come down, though they are not needed here. As you can see, our deck is pretty It's pretty much... The engines are very minimal, so it doesn't... The Watchman isn't really going to get us the value it would get if we had some really good engines where we want to just put like an engine down. Then we'd put a Watchman down and we put a second engine next to that, and we give them both shields. That would be a nice combo, but we can make this work.
Onward! Attack!
All right. So we have the Slyzard, but we don't have the Plague Maiden, so that can go. The user gun's a good turn 1 play. I like the sand. I guess the Dryad Ranger can also leave us for now. It's not the most necessary. So yeah, here we can, depending on how opponent starts the game, we might start with the Yzagurn throwdown just to, you know, put as much armor as we possibly can on the unit. Alternatively, we might want to lock. Maybe we even want to start with a Vigo, just because Vigo does have the option to pull either the Brockvog Hunter, the Carrick City Guard, or the Redanian Knight.
No!
I'm gonna wish I had Purify for that.
You waste my time.
Okay. So he's definitely gonna be pushing around 2. In that case, I think we kind of want to start like this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick up this engine here, since that is a 1-point unit anyways. It doesn't lose any value, and it's got this 2 armor with an exposed ability, whereas the Carrick City Guard is just going to be a 1-point unit with Veil and not as powerful. So I'm happy to start off the game like this, nice and slow.
Up to it, knaves.
Okay, so I guess that's what's happening that side, huh? Let's lower the efficiency of the resilience unit here, so we can put that down by 3, making it a 3-point unit. And if we really feel the need to do anything more,
We'll go at 'em together.
actually now we have an interesting line of play. We could hit that for 2, put it down here, and then treason that for 11. Doesn't seem like the worst play. Alternatively, we can wait for this to be 11, move it, and then Scorch. So that's still be in 3 turns. Yeah, that's also pretty decent. And we can move it with a Ryad officer. I think with that in mind, I'm okay to play Yzagurn here. This will hit Yzagurn for 2, but as long as our opponent doesn't slam too much damage into the Yzagurn, we'll be fine. He paused, huh?
Long live, etc., etc.
Okay, we can take it nice and slow here. Honestly, we have 2 cars to catch this up, and I'm now doubting whether the Igni is a valuable resource or not. Because we could do this and then Gigni the next turn, or
Brian!
it's just interesting now. Do I Gigni this row, or do I just save Gigni for later? We could take this in a number of ways. I think I feel the most comfortable using Nenike. I shouldn't have done that.
I've had battles go awry, but this topples them all.
I shouldn't have done that, right? It's fine. Let's just do Nenike here.
Nasty wounds, those.
And we can just pause. I don't need to do much else here. Okay. I don't know, like... Maybe I jumped into that tactic a little too early, and I think I committed to it way too much, but the resources we committed to the round to win it is not that bad. We don't plan to play out round 2 here anyways, and we can get some help with the hand we need later on. So with that in mind, I think this is okay. If we can pull off Zoltan, Ethereal, Plague Mother combo, it would be... Plague Maiden combo, it would be the best thing in the world. If I can pull that off once, I'm happy with this arena. We didn't have to win. We can literally go 3 losses and 1 win, and I'll be fulfilled. I'll be like, you know what? Thank you so much for that beautiful round. And okay, so he's gonna choose to take the mulligans. Okay. Okay, Plague Maiden. Okay, we got the consume. Okay, the Brockfog Hunter, we can shuffle that back into the deck. Okay, I'm happy I kept the Traveling Merchant. Hopefully we have the Plague Maiden on the top of the deck here, and we can pick that up. But if we don't, it's going to be a little bit of an awkward position, because simply we don't have the... That's fine. That's fine. So let's do this quickly. We will... The Brookside Thrive. It's really good. Honestly speaking, the Ethereal seems like the weakest card here, even though if you think about it, the Plagueman is the one that hasn't... the Brewers is the one that has no synergy with the current hand. So we'll drop the... Yeah, we'll drop that and call it a day. I felt like that was the best way. We can still try and get the combo with our leader ability in a few turns, but for the time being, this is fine. We do have... enough to fill our row up, so we will do so. We will get this row quite filled.
I swear it upon the gods, I will
Little
avenge
annoying.
my father.
Little annoying. Maybe not a good idea to put it in the back. I don't want to put the Ancient Foglet out, because that could get an easy hit on the Foglet and then cause us some problems. I'm not using the charge of the Hunter just yet. I want to see if maybe we get a little lucky and... Okay, that's good enough. I was gonna say, if we can get maybe lucky enough on a treason of some sort, it would be quite nice. And there's a pretty decent treason we can pick up now. So happy that I saved the charge here so that we can just get rid of the 2. Now I will commit the leader ability here, since we have the ability to draw 3 cards, and I want to see what we draw. Okay, you can go. You can go, to be honest. You're not going to be doing much for us. And between the Bruxa and the City Guard is a guaranteed boost every turn. And the Bruxa, it's nice to have that bleeding go onto a unit, but ultimately it's that Thrive that I love quite a lot.
A receipt.
I can draw a pecker on your forehead if you like.
Okay, so we'll start like this. Then we can do Ancient Foglet, LEAs. Maybe we can do a Kira Metz right now here. I think it's early enough that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's actually early enough that this makes sense. Just because our lead is going to get 6 points worth of boosting here, I think it's quite worth it. Then I want to do Foglet, I want to do LEAs, and I'm sure we'll find a Gigny target. That I'm not concerned about, especially with the Frightener on the board now. That's going to be 13. That's going to bring it up to 17. It's not going to take much, especially considering we can just move a unit to the back.
God save us. He's a madman.
Here we'll just put the Foglet out so we can try to get the LA's combo next, and then we can Zoltan. That should be, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quite interesting. I mean, this card is worth so much more on the range row. Just worth so much more. I don't think that was worth it. How unlucky was that?
Mother will be proud.
How unlucky was that play? Okay, now we have a little problems because I still need to LEA something, but don't know what. Man, this kind of sucks. I wish I could Gigny here. I could bring this boy to the front to have an 8-point Gigny, but I think I need to be patient with the Gigny. I really do.
Love is war. For the Daisy of the Valley!
We'll do this here first, and maybe we get a little lucky with Gigny. Maybe we can, if he gets us to 8, we'll have a very nice target. Maybe he wants to protect the hunter, so that could be a choice.
There is no escape there.
What do you boost that up? Okay. Unfortunate. We could still take an 8-point Gigny here, and I think I will.
Any last words?
That seems like an okay start to the game. Like, I think, yeah, we've won this. I mean, Zoltan is gonna come down and provide a nice boost of points. 4. Okay, good.
I know not if I should.
Oh, there's the Gigny, huh?
Double chase!
So we win. Just based off of that, I know we can do a lot better. I think there's gonna be a great ethereal combo with the Plague Maiden, and once we pull that off, we're gonna be happy people. Even though the ethereal got nerfed and now you need to trigger the charge instead of it being automatic near the turn, unfortunately for me today, I still have the belief that we could probably get this ethereal to work. If it does get removed, it's not gonna be the end of the world, because we do have we do have the option to LEAs the 1/1s. We do have, you know, a little bit there. Plus, if the Brewers does consume, that 7 points will transfer quite nicely, and it will
Patience is not a virtue
be a
I am
14
known to have.
point Plague Maiden. Alright, so we have a pretty decent starting hand here. I like most of what I see. I can sort of remove these weaker cards. I will keep the Watchman. They can protect my Yzagun, which will just ensure that we win the round. And Bruxa can go as well, giving us a nice little start here. So let's start.
Long live
We're gonna start like this. We'll start with the Redanian Knight. We'll then do Watchman, and then we'll play Yzagun and give it shield. Starts off strong with a defender. Okay.
And who you address, and how you address them. Who goes there?
I was thinking about putting the TA onto the Watchman, but
burn with the eternal fire.
I feel like it's a little too much commitment to do that. So here, have to get this out nice and early. And we'll give it shield. Just an extra point of armor, I guess, in this situation, since our opponent does have that Redanian Archer just sitting there, but that's okay. If he doesn't remove this turn, we might consider consuming it. Since we do have the Scoia'tale as well for later, this does feel like a consume if he's trying to.
God's blast it. My breastplate tips.
That sucks. I'm not gonna push. That's a huge point swing. I can't even imagine us trying to. Yeah, that's incredible by him. I don't think I've ever seen Ike in Arena. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen Ike. Like Ike, you're such a cool. Like in Thronebreaker, you were great to have around. In the book, you were hilarious. If you don't know, in the book, basically Ike, and this is here is Villain Trettenworth flying away. So basically Ike is in a party with Geralt, Yennefer. It's in the show, but it doesn't happen quite up in the Witcher show, where in the show they travel to go up the mountain with the dwarves, and Ike's following them. But in the books, what happens is he actually gets to the top of the mountain. They find Villain Trettenworth, and Villain Trettenworth challenges the individuals to an honorable duel. And so Ike jumps at the opportunity to be part of the duel and says, no, I will take on the dragon by myself in an honorable duel because I'm a man of honor. And he gets his ass handed to him. Basically, Villain Trettenworth treats him like a piece of paper against scissors. And it's hilarious. Okay. So he decides to take a nice pass early. I think I'm gonna just do the traveling merchant in that case. We do have everything we need, so we don't need to have these slides out here. What we need is LEA, so that's what we're looking for there. Maybe I shouldn't actually pass there. I should have actually played out some of these cards I don't want, like the Elp and the Vrahir Dragoon, simply because with that. With that in mind, it would have helped us with our leader ability. Okay, we'll get rid of you, we'll keep Gigny. It's gonna be a nice and long round. We're just looking for LAs here, to be honest. Didn't quite manage to get him, which is okay. We do wanna, I think we wanna do this in the...
What is truth if not an illusion?
I think that's a fine start, and then we can next turn do Plague Maiden, and then we can do Ethereal next to the Plague Maiden. Or we can maybe do Ethereal next, and then I don't know. I will say the Plague Maiden is quite a nice Kiramit's target.
For the daisy of the valley!
That's fine. I don't need to pull the trigger on that too early, right? So I can just get our... I can get our Alp out there right now. Give that 4 points of bleeding. Basically countering his play.
Master of the craft. Tell me another one.
Okay, here. Nenike? Or do we just go Plague Maiden? I think we can just... we're okay with just putting in Plague Maiden down here, and then... let's do this. We'll go in the melee, because it's going to be quite a packed... range row. Didn't quite get anything good. We don't need the Ancient Foglet, since we only have one consume, so that our body there can go. We don't mind these two at all, but not quite good enough for our hand, so we will just get rid of the other bronze. This is why I should have actually played out the round, just to improve our leader ability there. If we had gotten rid of some bronzes, I think we would have been...
Living souls in your wake shall ne'er deign forget your sake.
Okay. You can put the ethereal out now. If it gets answered, at least we know. And I mean, if he does answer this, he is taking quite a bit of power away from us. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world, because this being 14 points. Okay, that's rather good. So he's setting up for something there.
All yours to command.
I think even that as an 8-point play is good enough. Okay, next up we can do the Kira Mitz. Yeah, we can do Kira Mitz here. She doesn't mind that too much. We could also do a Kira Mitz right here, but same sort of value. Heat wave on the 4/4. We're happy about that. We are quite happy about that. We can wait one more turn to make that work.
Well, one white-haired freak to report.
I think the Brewers combo was amazing. And look at that. He had to heatwave a 4-point card when there's a 12-point card on the field. Must feel rather bad.
I feel honored. Truly.
Okay, at this pace, I don't think we're gonna get Gigni value, which could be rather disturbing, but at the same time, it's not gonna be the end of the world. We have... okay, so this game is just over. So, okay, very powerful combo. I think we can get a pretty good set of games with what we have at the moment. It just depends, you know, on our draws. Here, it's once again, we have a pretty decent deck, just like the last one. A really good, like, couple bits of synergy that if they work out well, they work out really well. Like, you know, you're on your way to a victory if you get it right. But if it doesn't work out well, then you're kind of a sad boy just sitting there hoping that your next game goes better. And right, luckily for us, we don't have to make that hope just yet. Let's jump into the next game.
Any last words?
Bubbles. Bubbles is my last word. Alright. Pretty good start, pretty good set of bronzes, a nice mix of golds here. Obviously these two guys aren't very useful at the moment, so let's take care of the Bruxa. I like that a lot. That's perfect. That's gonna give us a very strong round one. So if we really feel the need to, we can kind of push this out and be quite ruthless. I'm gonna drop the hunter over the traveling merchant. I think because this deck relies on so much synergy, that traveling merchant just feels like a really good start. So
Who watches us?
I feel like, yeah, let's keep the traveling merchant. Let's try to get a little bit more consistency. I mean, okay.
Best give up now.
And in terms of the Yuzagurn, I don't know if I need to play it out this turn at all. We'll see.
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
Too bad we don't have movement. That would have been quite nice here. We can just put the foglet out for now.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be a nice hit of points. That's quite a nice combo for him. I can't even be mad at that. But we can counter this with Alias here.
Clearly I've a weakness for
Daisy of the
old wenches.
And really just catch up to our opponent. That's gonna put us nicely 3 points ahead. Okay, that's fine. Now, we could... actually, we're so close behind that I think...
You break it, you buy it.
Yeah, you can go. Let's see what we get. I'm happy with that. That's a pretty decent play. Like, it still sucks he's got this engine here that I can't do much about, but oh, that is tremendous. That is a tremendous combo. Yet we're not far behind, so
Senses can be fooled easily.
we kind of can't afford to do this, even though that backfired a little bit.
Warhawk before ye.
We'll just do this so that he is forced to kind of deal with the Brockfog Hunter here, yeah, and he's gonna be pushed into another card. Now here is... Okay, let's see what he gets. That's... Okay.
Put our steel to the test.
And now I'm giving him... I'm politely asking him to pass. Basically, here's the option where I go, look, you can take the pass now, or you can continue to fight this. What do you want to do? You want to fight this, and you don't have any real way of dealing with Yugurn here. So, okay.
Thank not me. Thank Melitele.
Let's just get rid of any damage on the board, and let's just spread out these boosts generously. Okay, so we get...
Let us finish this.
We get quite a nice card from him there.
The child. Return her to me.
Excuse me? Excuse me, sir? Like, do you want to explain your line of play here? I don't have a good way to make use of any of the cards in my hand, but the fact that he just did that, I wish I had a little bit more. I wish I had... I don't have... like... We need 8 here, so we got 5, and that's not gonna work there. We got 3 and 6 here. If he had played that any other way, we would have been fine. Man, that's really unfortunate for us. Like, he played so badly, and he's gonna get rewarded for it. I like the fact that we took out some of his big cards, like getting a Joachim de Vet out early is nice, but that lock was not a lock, it was a lifeline. Let's call it for what it is, a lifeline. That was a misclick. I was actually going for him. That was just a horrible misclick.
One arrow. That is all I need.
That's unfortunate. That, I don't know, you know, how much is gonna hurt that Mystic not having Treason for round 3, and Treason would have been quite nice. Whereas, you know, watch us draw Gigni now, and okay, so Treason comes back, so we're fine. Okay, Plague Maiden, we got that, we got the Ethereals, we got Gigni, we have it all here. We can start off with a tactical decision.
My men know the meaning.
Let's just see what we draw here. Okay, the Slice Art isn't necessary. Since we have the Plague, since we have the Brewers, that feels... The Alp as well, not really the best card. I think we're okay with everything we have here, to be honest. So, we'll play the Plague Maiden now.
What? This? What a scratch.
That's fine. We could lock that up, I guess, but I don't see the point in it. Well, if we consume this now, also no point in it. So let's do the Ethereal here. See, I actually wasn't aware that Ethereal had Zeal. I didn't read this. So when they made the card change, it used to be automatic, they changed to the auto deployability. That much I knew. I actually was not aware that one of the things it did was Zeal. I'm doing this right now because I need to get Kira Mit's value, and this is the best way to get it. Yeah.
I feel honored, truly.
This Gigni is gonna be a dead card.
Nay, I will not bend my neck for that cripple.
The 2 damage looks better than a lock here, so we can just get rid of that. Losing 2 points a turn, but I'm not really worried.
I am no more. There is but us.
Yeah, we're not gonna get any Gigni value here. Keeping that in mind, it's okay to Treason first, because if he does have some, like a Yagurn or something, there's just enough on board here for Gigni to hit it down, but that's not the case. 3 games in a row, 3 quick victories in a row as well. Pretty good, actually, if you ask me. This is going a lot better than I expected, considering we weren't drawing the premium combos. If we had, you know, if we had Zoltan, if we had the Plague Maiden, if we had the Brewers, and if we had Ethereal all working together, that's an insane amount of points. I don't even know how many points we can get with that, but that's the you know, the nail in the coffin for any opponent.
Patience is not a virtue I am known to have.
Okay, going up against Imposter. It's not a bad ability leader to go up against, especially in our case, since for most of our cards, you know, we don't have that many engines, and we don't really have cards where our opponent can get value from us. So with that in mind, I think it's pretty safe to play against Imposter in this case. Going second, I want to keep Traveling Merchant as well. We do have 2 pieces of our, or 3 pieces of our grand combo. The only thing we need here is the Plague Maiden, and we'll be very happy. Just because it's only 1 piece left, I think I'm okay actually with the hand we've been dealt here.
Got a bad case of rower's back.
Right, me dimwit. You're supposed to.
Okay, since it's starting
drive
off
me.
with a bleed unit, we'll just start off with some anti-bleed. So boiling oil comes down, that's perfectly fine. I think we can do Bruxa here. exchange bleeding. He gives us 2, we give him 2, but then we're also gonna play Redanian Knight next, and slowly we're gonna get a little one too many engines on board for him to deal with. Wow, that's Vernon Roach, really. And on top of that, his experimental treatment is not a dead card. Are you kidding me?
I can draw a pecker on your forehead if you like.
But who watches us?
I want to play the Brockbach Hunter here and then shield him up. It's a decent bronze. Like right now, the way I'm looking at my hand is we can play out 1, 2, 3 more cards and then we can call it a game. Alternatively,
Manticore venom should do the trick.
so close. But we can do some shenanigans to line it up. So I'm gonna hit there first because it's gonna go back up to 6, and if he plays any kind of 5 points in the range melee row, we're gonna have a good time with Gigni. It's gonna be a nice 12-point Gigni, we'll say though. I think we might get our wish here. This is so aggressive.
God save us. He's a madman.
Okay. Is there any universe where we can get... I'm gonna do this for 1 turn, okay?
Long live, etc., etc.
I did have the option to pick up the Igni there. That would have been a nice 14-point Igni. Oh, that's unfortunate. But the reason I'm not doing it is just this is insane. The reason I wasn't going for that Gigni is because he's got a very strong board. And 12 points wouldn't have been enough to take the round and threaten the round, because a lot of our hands we would have to stop soon after that. So we could have played Gigni followed by Panther. You know, we could have. There's a bunch of plays there that if we had followed them, we would have ended up still just throwing cards away because we have a lot of cards we still can't play. Here I'm only keeping the traveling merchant because it can help us here with consistency. Everything else is pretty good. Okay, so we get the dragoon. Not the best, but really not the worst as well. The Vrihad dragoon is definitely better than the Vrihad officer in most cases, though the 2-point is nice to have. Okay, so we have all the pieces we need. I think because this hand is god tier. I think because we have all the pieces we need, what we can do here pretty easily is drop down your Gurn. It's, you know, this little monster is not our main where our points are coming from. So if our opponent decides to deal with this, he's gonna have quite a hard time.
Yes.
In my personal opinion, getting impossibility that's 15 points is quite phenomenal. The trade-off here would definitely be that once the armor breaks and oh wait, I forgot about that because the deploy doesn't trigger. I've said it in past videos, by the way. The deploy ability does not trigger from your Gurn, so it instantly dies. Imposter does not work on it, and now he's locked it, so the armor has no effect.
I'm a dwarf of business.
That's gotta hurt him so much. There we go. That's another victory for us. I'm sorry. Oh man, that's hilarious. I don't. What's funny enough is I've said in past videos where I've played as imposter, I was like, oh, we can imposter Ygern. And I thought about it, like, oh, we can't because the deploy doesn't trigger. So Ygern just dies. And I mean, even before that realization, I was like, yeah, it's a good idea to take a 15-point leader ability, right? Nope, not in Ygern. That is hilarious. Oh my word, I'm sorry. Like, I even thought about the same play. I'm not even gonna be like, oh, you must be new. Let's just see. He's not new. He's been playing Gwent, you know. So that is fantastic. Well, that's gonna be it for now. Let's go back to the screen here. That's gonna be it for now. We are now sitting with a quick 4 wins with this deck already, so we're gonna definitely get to 5 and 6. Coming up to 7, 8, and 9, that's gonna be quite tricky. I think it's always tricky. It's gonna require quite a bit of navigation, a lot of synergy, and just a little bit of luck not to draw up against the strongest of the strong kind of opponent. But till next time, have fun. Peace out.